Welcome to your favorite travel show, Tourismus Namibia, your ultimate guide in the latest in travel and tourism. Let's take a look at what you can expect in today's broadcast. Under topics, we discuss the transformation of the Alte Feste, the Swakopmund Mall Cubicle upgrade project, and the increased flow of water at the Ruacana Falls. Under destinations, we visit the Othithiya Springs, a tourist attraction near Omuthiya and Roy's rest camp about 50 kilometers from Grootfontein. And to the point, a project to harness renewable energy from the Cactus plant. And the tourism minister, Indileni Daniel, shares what key focus areas for her will be at the Ministry of Tourism, Environment and Forestry. And of course, the release from the Avis Dam in Windhoek earlier this week. We'll be right back on the other side of this. Now, starting us off in our topics, the historic Alte Feste, a well-known landmark in the heart of Windhoek, is set to undergo a significant transformation with renovations officially underway. This ambitious project will see the 19th century fortress reborn as an arts, crafts and heritage center, celebrating Namibia's rich history while fostering economic and cultural growth. The restoration has received a major financial boost, with RMB Namibia contributing 650,000 Namibian dollars through the First Rand Foundation to support the initial phase. This funding will focus on essential structural improvements, setting the stage for the Alte Feste's new role as a hub for artistic expression, education and empowerment. Well, we are quite excited to see what the Alte Feste will look like under the new transformation. Do let us know in the comment section what you guys think of these. Are you excited? What you're looking forward to? Now, getting into our next topic, we are taking a look at Ruacana. Tourists this week described Ruacana Falls as a breathtaking spectacle, more stunning than it has been in decades. However, according to NamWater's latest dam bulletin, the Cubicles Dam was 95.1% full, up from 80% last week. Lodge owners along the Kunene River were preparing to evacuate after the dam's sluices were opened last Sunday. NamWater has warned residents and communities along the Kunene River that due to heavy rainfall in southern Angola, large volumes of water are flowing towards Ruacana. As a result, NamPower opened the second sluice gate of the diversion wall at the power station on Monday, increasing the river flow to more than 1,600 cubic meters per second, 1.6 million liters per second. Definitely breathtaking views, but also very amazing to know that this is 1,600 cubic meters per second in terms of just the charge and the force of the water. So viewers are advised, if you're finding yourself this side of Namibia, and to be very careful, especially when you are trying to use the roads and so forth, as the water is flooded and the roads are definitely flooded. As you can see on the maps here, we do have the map of the Ruacana. We can go a little bit closer to the map so you just have a clear idea what's happening here. As you can see, the yellow road there is deeply affected. The green areas is where the water is flowing. So that entire road is advisable for tourist viewers. If you're finding yourself this side, please just don't use that road, as it is massively flooded. Now, getting into our next story, we are taking a look at the Swakopmund Mall. The Swakopmund municipality has handed over the construction site for the mall Cubicles upgrade project, which will transform part of the pier by building enclosed cubicles that will serve as storage spaces for small business owners to display their handcrafts. A wooden lighthouse will also be built, housing 4 restrooms, a security room, and a sea rescue room to ensure safety and comfort for everyone. To regulate bathing and boating activities, the tower will also be equipped with a barrier to effectively monitor the launching area. This upgrade will not only support local entrepreneurs, but also increase the safety and enjoyment of visitors to one of Swakopmund's most popular spots. The $4.8 million Namibian project is scheduled for completion by October of this year. We are definitely looking forward to that, and of course we will keep you updated once it has been completed and give you the first of its kind view of this project. Now, on the other side of the break, we do take a look at our destinations. Stick around for this. Starting us off in our destinations, we are at Othithiya Springs in the north, situated some 10 kilometers on the outskirts of Omuthiya. The Othithiya Springs is one of the tourist attractions in the Oshikoto region. Omuthiya Springs are considered a tourist attraction due to their socio-economic, cultural, health, and spiritual value. If you are finding yourself in the north and you're trying to find something that gives you a little bit of spirituality and, of course, breathtaking views and the experience of a traveler, I would suggest that you take a look at these springs. But let's have a look at what else you can expect when you visit this.
Mr. Avis, can you just briefly tell us what significant role does the Othithiya Springs play in terms of tourism in Omuthiya as well as in the Sokoto region?
Well, this place is well known for for its naturality, and many people want to see a place like this, so they come to visit Othithiya. And as they come here, they also bring a power to the markets that we have here. They come and buy our products. Some people, when there are events, especially during Christmas or days before Christmas or during other events throughout the year, people will come and do business here. And then people who are coming from, let me say, Ondambo Shakati, they come and buy from our people, thus improving the businesses of our community.
Okay. When people talk about Othithiya Springs, what is it exactly? What is it? Just explain to someone what is this place all about?
Well, it's a place where there is just natural water, as you see, flowing there. I don't know now where it comes from. It's nature, and it's beautiful, as you can see. So people just want to see nature as it is there.
Okay.
Yes.
I can see animals around. How important is it here to these animals?
Well, animals come and drink here. You know, this type of places, this Othithiya, there are two. There is one there, but that one, the water is too salty. So it's not good for animal consumption. The reason that you see cattle around here is because this one, even though it's a bit salt, they also drink here. Okay. Not only cattle, but also some wild animals like wild beasts, hyenas, they come and drink here, even though hyena is most problematic animal that we have around here.
Okay, so basically are you saying that if you want to see wildlife, you can also come here?
Yes. I'm even wondering why we could not find any wild animal here, but sometimes in the morning or the time of sunset, they come here.
Okay.
Yes.
Probably just there are tourists or locals who are watching this clip now. So you guys may probably invite them or tell them why they should come to Othithiya.
They should really come here. This place is very beautiful. They must come here not only to see this beautiful place, but also to see our town, which is just a few kilometers from here, which is improving every day in terms of infrastructure and business-wise. They must come so that they can improve our area.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
All right, getting into our next destination, we are at Roy's Rest Camp. Roy's Rest Camp is perfectly situated on the B8 main road from Grootfontein to Rundu, 55 kilometers north of Grootfontein. Some of the more popular amenities offered include a pool, an on-site restaurant and a lounge. They had me at a pool. Let's take a look at what more you can expect when you visit this wonderful establishment.
Good day, my name is Geraldine. I'm from Roy's Rest Camp, which is situated plus minus 60 kilometers from Grootfontein.
Good day, Geraldine. Can you tell us and give us a little bit more background about Roy's Rest Camp?
Well, Roy's Rest Camp is one of the oldest farms in the district. It originated from the Dorsland trackers from 1930.
Okay, so what accommodation facilities do you offer here?
Well, we have approximately 13 bungalows, which are all en suite. They have their own bright place in front and tea and coffee stations, and then also mosquito nets.
Oh, that's lovely. So what other facilities do you have here to offer guests?
We also have camping. Our camping spots all have their own electricity points. Some of the camping sites have water points, and then we have 2 big campsites, which is for the big buses, the overlanders. And then we also offer a bush kitchen and a laundry with a ablution block.
Oh, that sounds so nice. Geraldine, tell us a bit more. What can we see here at Roy's Rest Camp?
Well, we are quite popular for our birding, which is the black-faced babbler. It's a very popular one, which most of the birders come for. And then we also offer walking and cycling trails, one which is 4 kilometers and one which is 10 kilometers. And then we have a water hole, which is approximately 100 meters from the reception. And then there is also the sand village, which is approximately 75 kilometers from Roy's, which the guests can drive themselves.
Is that a living museum?
Yes,
okay.
It's the living museum.
Oh, that would be nice to see. And you also have a restaurant here where guests can eat?
Yes, we do. So our restaurant, we pride ourselves on our food. We give home-cooked meals, and our menu is buffet style.
Okay, just so you offer lunches and dinners?
Yes, lunches we do. Lunches we prefer that guests book lunches
Ahead of time?
Ahead of time, yes.
Okay. And see there in the background is a lovely bar where you can have a cold beer after a long journey.
Yes.
And then also a swimming pool where people can come to cool down in the heat.
A really nice swimming pool. The guests really enjoy the pool, and then of course the bar with cold beers, cold glasses. So yes.
Who will not enjoy it?
Exactly.
And I see there behind the bar there's a special cocktail menu. Haven't heard of those names before.
Yeah, the ones that are up now is ones that we've just put recently, but the mojitos is a big hit. The brown elephant is a big hit. For my liking, a bit too creamy, but the other ones like.
Is those cocktails you made it up yourself?
Yeah, we searched for some recipes and put some things together, and that's when, or the ones we decided on, yes.
So, you heard it from Geraldine. Come have a lovely cocktail, a beer, and come to the swimming pool at Roy's Rest Camp.
You're always welcome, guys.
That wraps up our destinations. On the other side of this, we'll be taking a look at To The Point. Namibia is poised to become the first African nation to harness renewable energy from the cactus plant, thanks to a pioneering noble carbon farming project founded and led by Nopal partner Nicole Maske, who tells us more. I do have to make a correction there. It is Nopal Carbon Farming Project. Let's take a look.
I mean, my passion has been in growing businesses and building businesses.
Yes.
Initially from an investing perspective, but now also from helping projects get investment and helping projects develop. And for me, a big drive over the last couple of years has been, how do we create more jobs in Namibia? I think that that's the solution to the problems that we've had. And I think for a couple of years I've been saying, you know, we need 500,000 jobs in Namibia and we've solved our problems. And I'm really excited that that is, you know, the focus now of our incoming president as well. And for me, you know, when I was approached on this Cactus project, it was a question of, you know, why and, you know, what's in it for Namibia. But when they said to me, we're going to create lots and lots of jobs in rural areas, I was in. And, you know, my role has really been, how do I put this project together in Namibia, convincing them that Namibia is the right place to start, and then helping over time to develop it. So initially it was a carbon credit project, but through, you know, discussions that I'd set up and engagements that we had together, we've changed to a biofuel focus. You know, I've helped that journey, finding the right people, and in Namibia, finding the farming partner. And then my role is really to help in Namibia work with more farmers, find the right offtake for our product, and ensure that we get the right funding that we need globally.
So 500 hectares of cactus coming our way.
Yes.
What does it mean for the people of Omuthiya?
Lots of jobs. So that's the first thing. I mean, for 500 hectares, we can expect maybe around 50 jobs, which really solves a lot of Maltahua's unemployment problems, means income into the community. We're going to have a lot more people coming this part of the world. We also will have some of the cactus available for fodder and for food, which really changes livelihoods in this area.
So one of our issues is water.
Yes.
What makes this cactus so special here?
It really needs very little water. So, I mean, the amount of water that it needs is really minimal. And when we start producing biofuel later, the cactus actually waters itself again, because the water from the cactus goes back onto the cactus in that process. So we actually really only need water at the beginning in the development phase, where we're kind of getting the plant to get roots, and then later when we start producing biofuel, we won't really need to water it again. And if we have amazing rain like we did the last few days, then we don't have to water it for a long time.
Sure. So who are your partners in this project?
So Nopal is a Nopal renewable energy company now. So Nopal renewable energy company is actually located in Portugal, but we have partners from Canada, from the US, from Germany, from Portugal, and Namibia. We've also got a lady in Mozambique that we work with. So yeah, we're an international team.
Wow. And is this the first for Africa?
This is the first for Africa. This is the first Nopal project in Africa. So I love putting Namibia on the map, and I believe this project really puts us on the map. And my objective is really to get them to focus on Namibia and let us get to a place where we get, 20,000 hectares in Namibia and can produce 100 megawatts of power for our local consumption, and then they can go somewhere else. But let's make sure Namibia is first for now.
Yes. So there's also spin-offs, as you mentioned. I've heard about producing jam and stuff like that. What would that mean for the locals?
Yeah, so I mean, what we're aiming to do is to be able to allow local entrepreneurs to use some of the produce to basically start their own businesses, whether that be to make jams, make juices. You can make even vegan leather from this. The red in ladies' lipsticks actually comes from a bug called cochineal, which grows on the cactus.
Up next, attracting and encouraging new investments to ensure tourism industry diversification and sustainability will be a key and urgent focus for the newly appointed Tourism Minister, Indileni Daniel. Daniel said this in her speech during her first meeting with officials from the Environment, Tourism and Forestry Ministry. Watch to find out more what she has to say.
As I assume office, I want to echo the words of President Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, who has set a clear expectation from day one for all government institutions that delays in implementation of decision taken will not be accepted. And I think I wanted to underline that. The directive underscores the urgency of our work and the need of efficiency, innovation, and accountability in all our operations. Thus, some adjustment will be necessary to ensure that we align our work with the SWAPO Party Election Manifesto of 2024 and it is associated implementation plan. This we do because these are the promises the President has made to the community. There are targets in our manifesto that must be met within timelines or prescribed timelines in the implementation plan. Director of Ceremony, as mentioned earlier, this ministry plays a pivotal role in Namibia's economic development. Tourism is a critical economic enabler, and that you are even better off to tell me that. Our natural resources, including wildlife and protected areas, are important drivers of tourism and have a key role to play in our drive towards greater self-sufficiency and poverty reduction in their own right. In case of tourism, we need to ensure that is the message from the President, and it's also in our manifesto implementation plan that we have to ensure that Spatial Tourism Master Plan is developed by June the 30th this year, 2025. So this is a very critical and very important assignment, so we will hit the ground running. Attracting and encouraging new investment to ensure industries' diversification and sustainability will be a key and urgent focus of mine. This is necessary to stimulate the local economy by redefining the tourism landscape, to bring about greater socio-economic inclusion. We also need to ensure optimum benefit for all local communities and from tourism and natural resources through value addition and diversification. And that we have to include or to think highly of our youth. Capitalizing and fully operationalizing the lottery and gambling boards and access and benefit sharing office will be a further focus of mine so that we generate much needed revenue for the Treasury and improve regulation of these important sectors. Director of Ceremony, ladies and gentlemen, we must remain steadfast in our commitment to integrity. The President has made it clear that corruption should be seen as a treason, and that is a very strong word. A clarion call for all of us to uphold the highest ethical standards in our service to the nation. In alignment with the SWAPO Party 2024 Election Manifesto and the 6th National Development Plan, NDP6, we must act decisively in the following area, but not limited to these ones only. I'll only mention some. Improving self-service delivery and efficiency. And those we're talking about, we must work as a team, coordinate across directorate, and strengthen customer service at all levels.
In the third point in our To The Point segment, watch as the city of Windhoek on Thursday opened the Avis Dam sluice gates due to rising water levels. Residents, motorists and pedestrians in low-lying areas were urged to take caution as water levels may increase and some roads were closed. before the release. That brings us to the end of your favorite travel show, Tourismus Namibia, your ultimate guide to the latest in travel and the tourism industry. From me, Glenora Shipura, until next time.